today I will be making Ella's unbelievably awesome dinner rolls. Our ingredients are 3/4 cup milk, 3/4 cup water, a half a cup of sugar, white, a teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, and 5 teaspoons of active dry yeast. May seem like a lot of yeast, and it's not. We will also need 5 cups of bread flour. Bread flour works better with the yeast, and that's why we're using it. You may also use all-purpose flour. We will as well need a half a cup of butter or 1 stick. I am now at my stove with a medium saucepan on medium heat. We will warm our milk, water, salt, and sugar in the saucepan. We stir so the milk does not boil until the salt and sugar have dissolved. It should happen pretty fast since there is a lot of liquid, but you can tell by listening. Some salts and sugars might dissolve faster than others, and it might happen because your pan is hotter. Sounds like mine's pretty much dissolved already. So we are going to take it off the heat and bring it over here to a mixing bowl. Now we will add our eggs and our yeast. Now you want to be careful and sprinkle in the yeast because they are like little living creatures and we don't want them to die, so we need to be careful. Now you want to make sure everything is thoroughly mixed and that the yeast isn't all sticking up to the side of your pot. I'm trying to fix that right now in mine. Real quick. So, just kind of get it all dissolved, make sure the yeast aren't in big clumps. Now while these yeast wake up, because in active dry yeast they are just sleeping, so we're going to put this set aside over here and let the yeast wake up. And while they are waking up, we will add the 5 cups of bread flour into a mixing bowl. Come on. One. 2. 3. 4, come on, and 5. But I have recently got a mixer for my birthday, so I will be using the bowl in it. It is not necessary. You can just use a normal bowl and a wooden spoon. But I like this. So, we will now make a little well inside the flour. A well is just basically a little hole inside. Just gonna use the little 1 cup measuring spoon I have here. Just kind of make a little hole in it. It it needs to be big enough to hold the amount of other mixture we have. Now let's take a look at this. Looks good? Looks good. So, we will now pour the mixture into the hurl. It's okay if it overflows a little. Your hole might be a little small. Mine looks just a little bit small. So now we will cover with anything you would like. I have a lid off a different pan I had. You can cover with a tea towel, some plastic wrap, even another bowl. Well, this will need to sit for 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going with about 25, so see you then. So it's been 25 minutes. I am going to pour my butter over the mixture. And the butter has been completely cooled. It's not warm anymore. Now we're just gonna stir it and mix it very well. Get from the bottom and up. And our mixture before with the milk and yeast, it's kind of all weird and it's kind of sticky. So we need to kind of get that everywhere. And then you don't want any big pockets of just flour. So you need to get it off the sides, everywhere, up and over. The milk on mine separated a little from it, so it's kind of like another little bit of liquid in it. So this is taking a little while, but it kind of will. You need to make sure it's nice. No big pockets of just the mixture, no big pockets of just flour. Nice and incorporated. I have some flour stuck to the bottom down here. Okay, so mine's pretty good, looking pretty good. Just gonna get it off the spoon. And I have an attachment to go on my mixer that kneads, because we're gonna need to knead it lightly. So I'm just gonna get this on real quick. Oh, come on, you. There we go. So I'm gonna start this running. And if you don't have anything to knead for you, you can knead it yourself. And while this is going, I'll show you how. So it'll be, you kind of get your bread out of the bowl and kind of make it like a hot dog up and down. You grab the edge closest to you, float it to the top, and smash it so it's kind of a hot dog side to side. And then you move it so it's up and down and push it and flatten it so it's side to side. And just keep doing it over and over. And until it feels kind of like Play-Doh. Not too hard, but not too soft. Let's see, this is all kind of mixed together. It's all stuck on the hook. That means it's kneaded itself pretty well. So I'm gonna turn this off. And we're gonna lift this up. And we're just kind of get this off our little hook here. And now if you hand kneaded it, just put it back in the bowl it was in. And it needs to sit again for 20 to 30 minutes, and see you in about then. So my dough has risen for about 30 minutes, maybe a little more. So you see some people and they go and punch it down. It's not needed for this recipe. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make clover rolls. So you get just a little bit of dough. You don't need a lot. You're gonna make 3 little balls. So you're just gonna get about this much. and you're gonna roll it like this. And then you get it in your hand and you kind of squeeze it and it kind of makes a nice little round top. This. And then it's kind of like small at the end. So that's done. And you get a little more for another one. Roll it into a ball. Squeeze. And then one more. Leave a little more in this one. Then squeeze, 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 and then you go like this. Put two together, then one more like this, and then you put it in a muffin tin like that. And it'll rise and take the whole shape of the muffin tin, and then the little bottom part that was skinny will spread out and take this part, and the top part will kind of puff up over it like that. I have just finished making a pan of rolls. So now I'm going to put them into a 400-degree oven for 15 minutes or until golden brown. Some of your oven might be a little more powerful than mine, so it might take longer, or if it's not as powerful, it might not take that much time. That's why it's just kind of until it's golden brown. Now they've been cooked for about 15 minutes, and they are golden brown on the outside and so soft on the inside. With a little butter, these are perfect for a family dinner on the side. I'm Ella, and this is Ella's Easy Cooking for Kids.